right. Welcome back. We lost the signal there, and yes, our stream was truncated, but we are back. Yes, you are watching the Ryde channel, and this is a Ryde Talk Live, and today we are asking the question, who is your mechanic? And we've captured 5 points, things you have to look out for to choose a great mechanic: trustworthy, skilled, and experienced, reliable. We talked about
ready to learn
or improving daily, organized. Yes, these are 5. Okay, so point number 6, which I was speaking to when the signal went down. Yes, point number 6.
Yes,
I will say your tools. Yes, same way when you enter a doctor's office and the place is dirty, the place
I think it will fall under being organized, the clumsiness.
Okay, I mean not even the dirty, I mean tools,
the tools you have,
the tools as a mechanic you are going to use to work. Okay, if you don't have the basic set of mechanics tools, okay, I won't give you my car. Okay. Yes, if you don't have the basic set of mechanics tools, a full set of wrenches, good pliers, box spanners, if you don't have a good set, when I come there, I'm watching, I'm looking. Okay,
but that is arguable. I've been to places.
You talk.
Yeah, the reason I'm saying is arguable. I've been so I've been to places, right, where they will tell you that, like, in their experience, that car you bring, or you are bringing there, or the car that they work on, like they working on Toyota cars, maybe the bolts that they use is just a particular number. So they don't see themselves like, okay, I need this one. Now just hear me out. So it's like once they get maybe that particular tool, that's it. It's just for that car.
No.
Most of them, that's what I'm saying. It's arguable. They can just work with it. They feel
yes, you can work with it, but there comes a time where you might have to extract a clip. There one time that you have to extract a clip that is holding, let's say, a bearing. And you don't have that tool, that has the anona church as saying and just because of that, then they will go and bring some screwdriver and hammer. Then they'll finish the test.
Okay, so that's okay. I like where you're coming from.
I mean, I'm not saying you should have every tool. I'm saying you should have the basic set. Okay, basic set of tools. That's why I say basic wrenches, different sizes, ring spanners. Okay, ball spanners, the basic good sets of pliers. You should have your own jack. They say jack.
Usually they use your own.
Yes, usually, yeah. And I find it very, very, very annoying because sometimes they end up spoiling it because
that's true.
The way they use it at a workshop is really, really heavy. Sometimes if you are not careful, they'll even go and use it on another car that is far heavier than the rating on your jack, and they will spoil it, and then you have to go and look for money to buy it, which is not fair. A good mechanic shop, you should have your own set.
Okay, and I see where you are coming from.
Okay. Yes, then you should have jack stands. The jack stands.
Yes. So once you jack, you can just take the car.
Yes. My boys they'll put some wood. Now they're black to so. Yeah, balancing on.
How to get that thing yourself?
Yes, and yes. So basic set of tools.
Yeah. Okay.
You should have those.
That one.
If you have those, if you have like the lifts, if you have lifts and you have all those things,
it's good.
Better, the better. If you have AC, AC machine, for example. You have your diagnostic tools. I mean, you say you're a proper modern day mechanic.
Yeah, one stop shop. That means
you should have. I mean, these days, diagnostic machine F4.
That means you're going to the second category.
No. So, okay. So to start with, personally, in my personal experience, okay, I use roadside mechanics only if it's an emergency.
Okay,
only if it's an emergency. That is when I'll bring it to a roadside mechanic. All right. Okay, or I want them to do something that I am going to dictate, like I know them, so I will dictate exactly what should be done and how they should do it. You know, and I know that they have that listening ear that they will listen. Okay, before otherwise, the first one is out.
It's out. Then we go to the second. Or the dealers.
Yes. So that is a proper tools. You know, I know in many jurisdictions, if there's somebody starts a mechanic shop or opens a mechanic shop and employs mechanics, they are all supposed to come with their toolbox.
Tools,
you come with your toolbox and you leave with your toolbox.
You maintain the toolbox.
Yes.
Toolbox.
So when you close, you lock it up and you go. When you come, you are responsible for everything. Okay, because I know several people who run good mechanic shops, and I know the issue with tools. And this is what I'm suggesting. If you are running a mechanic shop and you are having issues with tools, okay, maybe now you have to help all the mechanics to acquire good tools. If you have to invest and give it to them and deduct from their salary and say, you get it, then they all ride and yes. I had the opportunity to go to Scania West Africa, their workshop in Tema. It's just beautiful. You know, all the mechanics have their stations and all of them have their tools, you know, and it's just beautiful. Yes.
When you said that, you were just excited.
My heart was singing. you know, that's a place I would love my car to spend time.
Yeah.
You know,
you can trust that.
And let me say it again. There are places that I like my cars to spend time. There are some places to where my car, for any reason, appears there. I want the car to vanish as soon as possible, or I will sit there with my eyes open like an eagle, not a hawk.
To see what they are doing. To see what they are doing.
I will let them go out of my sight. Hey, massa. Yes, so that is it. Tools very, very, very important. Okay. Yeah. Then the mechanic shop itself, the structure is very important. Okay. Now I'm going to add one to it, which doesn't happen a lot, but because we don't think about it. Okay, and is the mechanic shop insured? Okay. Now
it will then depend on which category again.
No, but category. But the thing is that it doesn't take. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't. But let's face it. The first category, a lot of them.
No, but you see, we should strive for it to get to certain places. And if you only say that only the people who are charging plenty money can do certain things, it will remain like that forever.
Because personally, I've been thinking about this. Why is it that we cannot, before you become a mechanic, even with the first category, right? You need some sort of certification, okay, before we allow you to run a wayside shop.
If we had certification, okay, so probably if Ghana Standards Board was certifying mechanic shops, okay, this would have been we wouldn't even be having this conversation, okay, because they would do all that job. So once it's a mechanic shop, you go, you look at their certification, you know that okay, when I drive my car here, I'm safe. Okay. Now we want to get these things are not things that are crazy expensive. Okay. And I mean these companies, once they see that mechanics are willing to come to them, talk to them so that they can get some level of insurance, I'm sure they'll have packages that will work.
Yeah.
You get it? Yes. In Ghana here you can even insure your car for 1 week. Even 1 week awesome.
People don't know that, but you can.
Yes.
You can actually do it for a week.
Yes. And talking about insurance, once again, let me say it. I know a lot of you don't know. Immediately you drive your car into a mechanic shop, whatever auto insurance you have on it is suspended. So if anything happens in that auto shop, it is the responsibility of that auto shop to take care of it. So if your car ends up in a mechanic shop, and the place there's a torrential rain and the place gets flooded.
You're on your own.
Okay, that shop is supposed to replace your car because your comprehensive insurance ends at the entrance to that mechanic shop. You can verify, ask any insurance, call any insurance company.
You see, and these are the details. These are the details that most drivers don't know.
Most
drivers don't know this.
You understand? So I'm very, very, very careful when my car goes to a workshop. Certain workshops, if my car goes, I have to get it back that day. Because and I sit there
and watch.
And sometimes those who don't know, they would think that you are being something too much.
Which 100, but they don't know. Is this
we work on better cars and you're coming to do
I like my car.
I like my car. You can work on better cars. This one is my
car.
That one is not my car. I'm doing whatever you want to do. This one is mine.
If you have the mindset, I love everyone have a mindset. It's my car.
Yes.
Because it's a lot of, you see, like the topic we discussed last week. To the mechanic, you think that maybe a Range Rover is better than maybe me driving a Yaris. But the way I got the Yaris,
Masa,
before getting the Yaris,
the sleepless nights.
You and the work before you got the Yaris. Don't do that statement. That's the
I have no idea.
You don't know. That's the idea.
So that is something that you have to, you understand. Yes, in Ghana, immediately your car enters the mechanic shop, the insurance, whatever kind of insurance you have on it, is suspended. So please, it is worth spending a bit more money and going to a mechanic shop that has all the qualifications. I have a friend who has a big Toyota workshop. He just does Toyota cars, and he's like you. He studied the same course at the same institution.
But I'm sure he's my senior.
Oh yes, by far. And he's worked in so many institutions. And even after that, he's educated himself in more courses. At the moment, he holds a doctorate in admin, but he runs his own mechanic shop in Tema, specializes in Toyota. And some months ago, I think somewhere last year, one of his trusted mechanics, had an accident with a customer's car. Yeah.
I hope he was insured.
He was insured.
Okay.
He was insured. Yes. But even that, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Yes. I mean, even going to tell your customer that, you brought your car and we're testing it. Yes. I had a friend who used to work with Silver Star when they had a Mercedes-Benz dealership. This was long ago. Yes. And he had an accident on the Mortuary Road whilst he was testing a very expensive Mercedes. Yeah. So it happens. Even when you are there, because sometimes they will do some work and they have to test it.
Oh yeah. You have to make sure.
Sometimes they will tell you go and test it.
No, they don't know that it's in your hands.
Yes, but sometimes I think that they have to test it. There are certain things I can test, and I can tell you that it's working or it didn't work. But there are certain things too. I think that the mechanic needs to test it. Yes. I mean, testing is a very important part of auto diagnostics.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, how then would you know that what you've done is working? You have to test it. You have to make sure that what you have done is working well. Good. So before you let it go.
So the structure, the mechanic, the shop setup itself, it has to be looked at. And I think that, I mean, we all have to strive that in our society we'll have more. I mean, if you started by the roadside, I don't expect you to remain at the roadside forever.
No.
Okay, you started by the roadside. Yes. In a certain time is coming, roadside mechanic shop will be a thing of the past.
Yeah.
We should go past that cry. You get it? Then move on to a next level. We are not saying you should have like a big outfit. Yes. You can have a small place, then gradually build it up. If even your house that you live in, if it's your own house or you are renting.
I know people who started that way.
Yeah, I know.
They use their house. They just have a big foyer.
Yeah.
They just go there. You park the car there.
Yes.
They work on it.
Your point two was well organized. If you are well organized,
you should be able to do that.
Don't take in cars that you are not ready to fix. If the person has a problem, he brings the car, you diagnose it, and he's not ready to buy the parts or he's not ready to import the car, don't take it in. If you have to put it on a trailer to go and put it in your house,
take it back.
You know, sometimes you go to a mechanic shop. When I come to my workshop, the cars chow plenty. See, that's what I say.
It kills conversation.
It kills my vim.
Yeah, the conversation, like, why? That's what I say. Like, why are the cars there? Because you know, some customers actually get very angry and they leave the car like, what's a car? There are customers like that.
But if somebody even does that, sell it, or you also dispose of it in some way somehow.
Some people too.
Because I think it's a very, very bad look.
It's a turn off
to those of us who are informed. You know, some people might think that meaning thinking that you are working. You know, but for me, if you have plenty cars, you are not working.
Because why are they there?
Why are they there? The cars are not getting fixed.
Well, your job is
some of the cars can be there it is falling apart. Some of it's moss and elephant glass.
The car is in a very bad shape. Like,
and that's been ages. You know, if you can't fix the car, or the owner of the car is not willing to put in the investment, then come and take the car away. And you know the interesting thing, I have lots of friends who run workshops, as a matter of fact. And I remember a friend of mine who runs a motorcycle shop, and at a point they had so many bikes just strewn all over their compound. And one day they just woke up and they decided that today we are not working. We are going to put all the bikes that the owners haven't come here to tell us anything for a long time. So they took them and put them by the roadside. By close of day, almost all of them had come to pick their bikes.
So just by seeing their bikes on the roadside,
how did they even see?
Yeah, how did they even know? That's what I was asking.
How did they even know?
How did they know?
Somebody will go and tell them, you motonesi abontino, this and that and that and that. I'm telling you, by close of day,
everybody came for that.
All the motorbikes had been picked up, and those which were remaining either had been somehow negotiated for, that or maybe paid for to be fixed and stuff like that. You know, so if you allow it, it will fester. That's how it is. If you allow some people, all they do is to. Some people, their mindset is that cars are disposable. So they buy the car and they use it. They will only barely spend enough to keep the car on the road. Immediately, any big ticket item comes up for replacement. They will rather go and buy another car than pay for it to be fixed. You get what I'm saying? And you are going to be the one,
bearing the space. Mind you, yes. To take space that you could use to do other things. It's taking space.
Sorry.
For some of
there are good mechanics out there.
For some of the dealers, I had experience with them more.
Yeah.
If the car is there, like what you're saying, is there for a long time, they'll just keep adding to your charges.
Yeah, they'll charge you for it.
They'll charge you for it. You think
they'll get the time, they'll just auction your car.
Sharp.
About coins.
Yeah, they'll tell you that the car is there, nobody was coming for it. They'll sell it and give you.
And I think that every mechanic should have a document that when people bring their cars, they sign.
Yeah.
And in that document, pay lawyer 1,000 Ghana, 2,000 Ghana. Let them write something for you. Let them write plenty English. Take my advice. Let them write plenty English. Then in there somewhere they should put it that when you bring your car and we diagnose it and we give you what you should do, and it elapses more than 1 week,
we sell it.
We sell the car.
No, but you see, I think
we'll inform you.
Then
we'll remind you a couple of times.
Exactly. I think all
that latest 3 months, your car will be sold.
Yeah, we just sell it.
Or your car will be possessed. We will take the car because the rent that you have accumulated
to pay for the car. Exactly.
And when people come and they are signing, ask them to read.
Or you tell them that this is what is in the car.
Yeah. You can spell it out.
They'll take it serious. Because I think, like what you're saying,
they'll even respect you for that.
Yeah, because I think what you're saying, there are so many wayside mechanics, and they are giving the mechanic workshop a really bad name.
Yeah.
So many of them, but there are some of them too that are very good. You understand? Some of them too are very good, but it's because of the situation that they find themselves in a wayside area, but they are very good. They know the job. You get it.
Some people are good, but they are what do you call it? Some are good, but they are arrogant.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's because they think they are good. Yeah, they are pompous. I think it's because they feel they are good. And you know, that's why they are like that.
And you know what? Every time I come into contact with any mechanic that, you know, he has that reputation that he is good, especially those who specialize in particular cars, and I happen to meet them and they are arrogant, they end up being very, very, very bad. Not that they don't know.
They disappoint, actually.
Yes, that is the point. They disappoint because they don't have the time. They don't respect you to even fix your car for you, you know, and they just keep beating about the bush. They will go in the room about and come and issue instructions to their apprentices without even supervising them properly, you know. And in the end, a lot of them have gone out of business. I know several mechanics who have gone out of business.
You see, so that's the thing. If you keep going on with that attitude, you realize that you will not last, because you'll be producing a lot of bad works. And the more you produce these works, the way somebody will refer you to his friend, that's the same way the person will say, oh, this guy, you go spoil your car. You understand? So I think that those people, me arrogance, they're ready. That's what I'm saying, ready to learn. I like somebody who is willing to listen, because I've had an experience whereby the car was taken to the mechanic, and they told him that, oh, this is what is happening, and the mechanic just off the bat was like, oh, this is this problem, and the guy was saying that, no, where the noise is coming from, that is not what you are saying. Like, the guy was so sure, like what you are saying, knowing about your car. The guy was so sure.
You go to a doctor and you are telling the doctor that, doctor, my stomach, when I eat, I feel pain here.
Exactly.
And the doctor say, no, it is your head, so I have to give you.
I mean, how?
You get it? I mean, how? So if somebody drives his car to you, okay, now the person has a certain level of trust in you. So you also reciprocate by giving that person that respect to listen to the person.
Exactly.
And testing the car. Okay, then these days with your tools as well, you diagnose, you know, then properly you come at a solution.
Exactly.
Charlie, fixing it is not rocket science. It's just a bit of patience. With your knowledge and experience and all the things we've talked about, you should be able to make sure that people are smiling and enjoying their cars. Yes. Any other points?
For me, I think these 6 points hold solid for me.
Yeah.
These 6 points. I mean, with other things, that is with the pricing, that one, well, and you know, I also think that if it's a mechanic that fits all these points, right, one point you can add is proximity.
Okay.
Proximity is also a very important thing. How quickly you can get to the person in terms of a problem. How quickly you can, or if maybe you are close enough that maybe in the morning your car is not starting, you are close enough, you can call the person can come around and fix it for you. Proximity, now, and I think it is a byproduct. Let me put it that way. I mean, if you get proximity, it's fine. When you travel from Spintex to Abosukai for the mechanic, that one too is there. But if they are close, I think it helps.
It helps. But the thing is that even if you have your mechanic, you know, close to your house, I'm sure most of the time your car, if it decides to break down, it will break down far away. But the good thing is that if your car is being maintained well, you know, you God willing, it won't leave you stranded somewhere far, you know. And yeah, so proximity, yes, I think it also
proximity.
Yes, then of course also the money. Yes, you always have to find out what's the charging range is.
Exactly.
You know,
if you take your car here, how much will they charge you?
Yes.
If you take it here,
you need to have an idea. Yeah. Okay. Yes, some people when they smell the car crash, there's a charge. Okay, and it's not like it's on small charge, it's on heavy charge. Okay,
just see the car load, they charge you for that.
Yeah. I remember I took a car that I was selling, and some people were interested in buying, but they wanted a certain company to look over it. Masa, the price that they give me just to inspect the car and tell the person that car
is in good shape.
Hey, masa.
I can back home.
Oh, I said bye bye. No, I mean, the people are not even willing to pay that money.
That was I can back home.
Yeah,
it's a lot of money.
Yeah, so have a good conversation with the mechanic. Yes, I mean, a good mechanic who knows what he's worth will tell you that, look, I mean, yes, we can fix this car, but the price that we will charge you might not be worth it. So you know what? Maybe go to this other person. Yes, because probably a mechanic has positioned himself in a certain place, bought the equipment too much, acquired skilled labor too much, put himself at a certain place. He cannot undersell himself.
No.
Okay. Probably if it's an emergency, maybe he will help you and charge you small pay. Yes, but like if it's proper work that he's doing for you, yes, you might not be able to afford it. And I'm sure a good mechanic should be able to understand and educate you that, no, you know what, this is your car. I mean, because if the car is worth a certain amount of money and you bring it to a workshop and only servicing is going to cost a certain amount of money, it's not worth it. Yeah. And I think that sometimes it just happens. And it's through no fault of anybody's.
Yeah.
And there's no shame in it. There's no shame in it at all. Yes, somebody can afford Rolls Royce. Somebody too can afford
Toyota.
Something. Please, Toyota. Hey, we have big time Toyotas. What?
Toyota.
Yes, steady.
The Toyota Asia.
All right, guys, it's been a great show.
Yeah.
Yes. Sam, do you have any other things to add? Yeah.
So please take this conversation, this chat very serious, because so many people think it's a joke till they fall victim.
Yeah.
There have been mechanics that will chop your money. Like they are honest. You bring the car, they'll fix a radiator. They'll fix the radiator and they'll go and mess up something else.
Yes.
So if you realize that you are falling a victim of that, change your mechanic.
Yes, and let me just add to this. Some people just put this person is our house mechanic,
our family
mechanic.
They'll cost you so
when the
much
mechanics
pain.
see that you trust them and you are so dedicated to them,
they'll cost you
they
pain.
will spin you well. So let's go over the points. Trustworthy, experienced, skilled and well trained, willing to listen, willing to improve themselves, have great set of basic tools, then we added the extra of the insurance.
And they should be well organized.
And you get to know these by engaging them.
Exactly.
And you cannot engage them if you don't have any knowledge. So make sure you build up. We are not saying become mechanics, but build up your store of auto knowledge if you want to enjoy your motoring. And that is, I just want to say thank you and bye for now.
Bye.